Look, I just really want to take another bath, okay? Rotten report of a rancid ramen. Out of thin air, a brand new ramen restaurant opens in town. It's adored by everyone. Once people take a bite, they can't stop. Day and night, the queues stretch out the door. The shambling customers stuff themselves dish after dish, while the blind owner sits silently behind the counter, grinning and polishing his gleaming knives. You're determined to discover what makes this ramen so enticing. What is its true power? Dog meat? Human meat? Flesh of the gods themselves? Is there just no save option to take a break? Watching the local news, you spot a familiar street. It's a feature about the newest ramen shop. The food critic has a manic look as he describes the ramen. His description makes your stomach churn. Travel to the apartments. Neighbor. Costume to enter, chance for an ally. I already have an ally. I think we're okay for the moment. Discard 2 item cards to complete this quest. I really don't know what luck does, so I'd be willing to discard that if I got something else to go along with it. Putting your hand in that hole was a bad idea. Seeing the big spider escape, you hope it wasn't poisonous. +1 injury. Bite. Hopefully it'll go away on its own. Okay. Injury minor. You can see the restaurant through the staircase's window. You watch the door for hours, but never see any of the cooks enter nor leave. Vital clue. The investigation is taking a toll on you. You start to miss the most obvious leads. +4% doom. Okay. The only true way to investigate is to get into the restaurant yourself. Fair enough. Raining blood. A woman jumps out of her apartment covered in gore. Between sobs, she tries to explain what happened. She was taking a shower when suddenly the showerhead started spraying blood. A trail of blood leads into the dark apartment. Calm her down or check the bathroom. Let's try and calm her down. Charisma check, failure. When you touch her shoulder, she gets hysterical. Her reaction shocks you. You move away as more neighbors enter the corridor. -2 reason. That's not looking good. It seems that you are not the only one wanting to try for yourself. You stand in line for hours. Your questions fall on deaf ears, and you're shunned. Well, these are just such friendly people. I only have the one fund. So, probably not worth going and checking out the dog shop right now, unfortunately. World of Terror. Through the dirty restaurant window, you notice a shady-looking man wearing a jacket covered in strange symbols. He stops in front of a house, visibly nervous. Before he enters the house, he turns around as if he's checking for any unwanted followers. What could it mean? Follow the weird man, call the police, do nothing, ask the waiter. Let's see if the waiter knows anything. Before pursuing the man, you ask the waiter if they know him. The waiter smiles and explains that the man is part of a tabletop role-playing community. You thank him, slightly embarrassed, +10 experience. Okay. Where are we with this? 5 away. The smell around the restaurant is overpowering. Grease, rot, and... is that blood you can smell? Yasugi. Feeling like you are on the brink of losing your mind, you decide to visit your parents' old friend, Father Yasugi. "Hey, kiddo," says the priest, who's currently moving some boxes in and out of the church building. "Could you lend me a hand?" "Lift the heaviest box. Don't overwork yourself." Is 8 strength good enough? Lifting the box, you feel your back cracking, but you manage to get it all over with relatively quickly. Afterwards, Father Yasugi invites you inside for a cup of hot tea and home-baked cookies, made by one of the parishioners. You explain your situation to him. The priest listens, letting you vent all of your doubts and anxiety, plus 3 reason, minus 1 stamina. That's a fair trade-off, I think. It's finally your turn to order. 1 ramen, please. The owner's grin widens. Bad feeling. Despite your best efforts, you feel like the neighborhood is starting to change. Location's threat level increases. Huh. Okay, does that mean I encounter stronger enemies downtown or something? The Red Bull is pushed in your face. It's so crowded that you're forced to sit on the floor. Suddenly, an empty bottle breaks on the wall behind you. You cover yourself from the glass fragments and notice a masked assailant holding a baseball bat. When they said masked assailant, that's not what I was expecting. Rioter. 22 HP, minus 2 all. Oh. Have a base chance of 50% to hit. I feel like this is still my best course of action. Six, 4, that should be enough, both guaranteed hits. Wait, what's that? Prescription. And we've gained a new level. Art knowledge, plus 1 perception. You've got an eye for art and details. Folklore studies, plus 1 knowledge. Knowledge of various rituals and regional myths. Outdoorsman, plus 1 luck, attuned with the natural rhythm of life. Still don't know where you see what your luck is or what that actually does. Let's get some knowledge. Some knowledge and... let's go for strength again. Okay, what is prescription? Important document. Where could you fill a prescription like this? Well, I would assume the pharmacy. With a slick hand, you fill a vial with the soup and walk out, without tasting the weird dish. Lab results. With the pulling of some delicate strings, you get the ramen into a lab. While handing over the gathered material, you hesitate. What should you send to the laboratory? Just the vial of ramen soup. I don't have anything else. That would have been the dumpster dive event, but I didn't get enough items in time. A mere day later, your friend rings your door. Her face is pale, and in a shaky hand she holds an analysis sheet. You usher her in and bolt the door. You feel ill looking at the charts. While they couldn't identify some of the particles, they did discover a highly addictive drug in the broth. The ramen restaurant must be closed immediately. A week later, police and an official stand where the ramen restaurant used to be. Nothing remains but a gap in the street and aimless, confused customers. You'd like to believe that was the end of it, but snippets in newspapers from other cities unsettle you. Brief articles about an exciting new ramen restaurant opening and its mysterious owner keep showing up. You can no longer eat noodles without feeling ill. Okay, that's ending B. We got 30 experience, minus 3 doom, +1 reason and stamina, +1 day. Okay. Oh, what do you want? Winds of Plague. A weird epidemic keeps staff at the hospital busy. Skipping the line will cost you more. Okay. So, let's go home. We got another key. Let's see here. My reason is actually lower right now. Cold water helps you organize your thoughts, +1 reason. Oh, no, that's not the screen I wanted. Don't see anything weird. You can't see anything. Oh. Just nothing there. Alright. Weird, nothing happens. Okay then. Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival. Your aunt had sent you a letter, inviting you for a curious-sounding festival. It's held every 27 years in a small village. You don't like the sound of it, but your parents both agree you need a break from all the stress. That hits close to home. Inside the letter, there's a bus ticket. What's the worst thing that could happen, you ask yourself as you board the bus? Never ask yourself that. Today's goal, explore the weird village. Just when you thought your stomach couldn't handle it anymore, the janky old bus stops at its destination. You get up and take a deep breath before looking around. It's a small village, and the nearby fields are surrounded by a thick forest. Someone is waiting for you, or continue? A fat man wearing dusty overalls approaches you. It's the inn owner, who promised to pick you up. Following close behind him, your eyes are drawn to his hands, which are so deformed they resemble claws more than hands. Okay. Your group has arrived in the village and is currently unpacking at the inn, giving you some time to explore. Festival begins at evening. To progress this mystery, choose actions that will advance the clock. As you learn about the terrible secret of this village, more actions will unlock. Okay. Interesting. So this one works a bit differently from what we've been doing. Explore the weird village advances the clock. Check out the inn, your room, free action. Inn's room is dusty like it hasn't seen any visitors in years. You wonder if anyone cleaned it since the last festival 27 years ago. There's a folder of available activities lying on the table. Onsen sounds good. Hot springs feels great. Finally, you can relax for a bit and enjoy the warm water +2 stamina. Thank you. Enjoy the festival. Free action. I mean, if you're going to keep giving me free actions. There's still some time before the festival starts. The locals are seemingly busy setting up stands and decorating the place. Few stands are already open, but you can't shake off the feeling something is wrong. It's getting late. Enjoy festival, buy souvenirs, look for friends, go back. I only have one fund. You stumble into your friend Masafumi. Hey, can you spare some time with me? +4 doom if agreed. Okay. Festival grounds is now open for visitors. Maybe you should check it out. Okay, so new ally has joined you, Masafumi, so we have someone else with us now, I guess. Investigating village. Lavish dinner. A friend returning from a trip to Africa has invited you to dinner. This time they've outdone themselves. This is a real feast, full of exotic meals. It's getting late, and you can't stay for long, but the host asks if you want to take anything home with you. This steak is to die for. That wine is terrific. Refuse politely. Considering this game, I have a bad feeling about this. I mean, especially this phrasing, that steak is to die for. I don't feel right about that one. That wine is terrific. Of course, I have enough bottles to last a whole year, your friend says, handing you a bottle, plus item. Okay. I just want to look at this real quick. Trinket, addictive, drink, plus 3 reason, flip this card, foreign and dry. Okay. I feel like addictive items probably don't go off just the first time you use one. I wonder what flip this card means, though. Empty bottle. Container. It can be used to store liquids. Okay. Fair. I guess if I need to store a liquid, I have something for it. Mainly, I'm just glad to have more reason again. Liquid courage! Ah, the old days of eternal darkness. Today's goal, learn more about the festival itself. A weird sound wakes you up. You step closer to the window and look out. You can't see anything and get ready to go back to bed when suddenly the moon comes from behind the thick clouds. 3 hooded figures are standing at the forest's edge. One by one, they light their torches and disappear behind the trees. What was that about? Who are they? They all wore strange masks. Should you follow them into the forest or try to find more information about the festival? Weird sounds coming from the forest kept you up at night. What could it all mean? Let's see here. Okay, it's not saying anything about if this advances time or if this is a free action. Let's investigate the clearing. A parasitic organism burrows under the bark, undulating slowly. Investigate it or need steak knife item? Well, I don't have that, so our only option is to investigate. Knowledge check failure. The bark is flabby and sticky and makes you recoil in horror. Well, there went that reason I gained. You've discovered white sands. Investigating thicket. Hidden cults. Dark forces scheme against you. You don't know who you can trust anymore, plus curse. Great. Wait. -1 to all stats until the end of the current mystery because of a hangover? Really? The bite doesn't seem to be getting any worse, at least. Panic. -10% chance to all combat actions. Great! Thanks for that. Something is watching you from behind the trees. Forest ritual. The suspicious group you've been following is gathered in a nearby forest. They're enacting some sort of a ritual in a clearing up ahead. The only nearby vantage point is a large rock. I don't have a ritual robe, so attempt to climb. Strength check failure. You fall down and injure yourself. Luckily, you managed to limp away unnoticed. Great! Today's goal, unknown. Going back to the inn, you overhear 2 masked villagers. They're talking about something awakening up at the next dawn. You wonder what's up with that? It's not safe here. You decide to block entrance to your room with a nightstand. Festival is ending tomorrow and you can't be too careful. Villagers seem to follow your every step here. You're investigating forest ritual. Petrified forest. Dripping tree branches hang over the path, framing it in an almost macabre way. It's almost inspiring? Get lost in thoughts or get a grip. Get a grip. You'll quicken your pace and leave the menacing path, minus one reason. I would have thought getting a grip meant you gained reason. A shape shimmers beneath the surface. With a splashy sound, something emerges from the murky depths. Oh, hi there. Leech Girl. 16 HP, minus 2 to all. That's scary. Six damage per hit. Okay. Infected wound. Minus 1 dex, minus 1 perception, injury major. Okay, the bite got worse. But guaranteeing 1 hit should be enough. Yeah, even at that. Why is it so quiet all of a sudden? My only option is explore the festival. Is that blood? Where is everybody? Today's goal, find the missing people. Trail of blood and sickly smelling sludge leads to an outskirt of the village. Somewhere in the dark forest, there's an answer waiting for you. 4 actions until sunrise. An abandoned factory. This must be the place they took everyone. Rest at camp. Enter overgrown factory. Okay, I got 1 stamina and 1 reason back for that. Captured. While exploring the factory, you are caught by masked people you've seen from Inn's window. Tied up, they bring you to the cult leader. We knew you'd come, you hear a raspy voice, your aunt's voice, coming from behind the priest's weird mask. She signals towards the door behind him. Our master is waiting for a final blood sacrifice. Hi there. Okay, the face just made that look really funny to me. With a loud bang, the ancient horror disappears, and the high priest falls to the floor, grabbing their shoulder. The last thing you see before blacking out are the beams of flashlights and a hand of a police officer saving you from fall. Later that day, detectives interrogating you are confused when you tell them about the ritual, blood, and eldritch being. Village is abandoned with no trace of blood anywhere. You are the only one seeing the ancient horror. Far out fable of a fear festival ending A. Okay then. While you couldn't catch the leader of the cult to interrogate them, the people are safe. You board the old bus, wondering what would happen if you didn't stop the ritual in time. 30 exp, plus 15 exp, minus 3 doom, plus 1 day. The old god stirs. Arcane storm. Local scientists are baffled. An unprecedented aurora-like event has bathed the entire town in an unnaturad green glow. Okay. Everything is green now. Spooky. We get a key. Okay. I really need to get to the hospital and cure some of this stuff. Let's see. Oh, I can level up at least. Discipline. Regain 1 stamina for all past event skill checks. Sounds good, but I haven't really been doing great at skill checks. Fast swimmer. Faster offensive actions. Now that could be good. And outdoorsman. Yeah, let's go with that, and... if I do this, do I immediately gain some stamina, I wonder? I do. Okay, that's useful. So let's gain some reason back. So I guess we just have the one left to go. Yep, TV is still out.